All right, Shalom, all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone for teaching and ruling well in the scriptures. Salutations to Akim across the world, pushing this word in truth and in sincerity and with charity. And it's just going to be a quick lesson, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. And, this America, Babylon the Great is over. All right, there's no return. Okay. See, the Lord sends forth the prophets, all right, which you see that the men that hazard their lives, as Paul stated in the New Testament, all right, to do what? To tell the world that this place is over, man. The mirth, the folly, the wickedness. You see the captivity of Israel, all right, and the rulership of Esau is over. Okay, so the Lord is ending it, all right. And as we go deeper into the latter days, we just went through a Pesach. So, hopefully Yahweh Shem Yahweh will recover, because the Lord is about to pour forth more and more judgment, man. Especially in these last times. You see? Because what? This is the beginning of Jacob. All right, the beginning of the rulership of the elect, starting with Yahweh Shai of the nation of Israel. You so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, you are the Israelites. You see, but you still have our people in a dumbed down state of mind. All right, they think this is the end thereof. This is all there is to a reality. This is it. This is the kingdom of heaven for a lot of our people in the spirit, man. You see, and that's why 2/3 of our people, they're gonna be cut off with this place, man. Okay. Let me get a scripture real quick. Bear with me 1 second. This is Isaiah 19. This is Isaiah 19 and 3. It says, and the spirit of Egypt, this Egypt that we're in now, this bondage or captivity, it says, the spirit of Egypt shall fail in the midst thereof. All right. So this is what the Lord is responsible for this, because he said in the last days he would take the spirit out of this mystery city known as Egypt, which is another bondage for the Israelites, all right, which today is called America. In the last days, because Yahweh Shem Yahweh rules in the kingdom of men, and he puts down nations and sets up nations. So now he's taking this great nation, the greatest nation, so to speak, so-called, and he's taking it down and removing the wisdom, the knowledge, the understanding, so-called, that they had, and the spirit of wickedness and mirth, all right, and comfort out of this place, man, because a lot of people are catching hell. I just ran into Jake, a couple Jakes that said, wearing the mask is, even to these people in the world, wearing the mask is like, it doesn't make sense. And of course it doesn't make sense, because we're dealing with the devil here, all right, and it's basically the elites, the elite banking families just, messing with everyone. You see, making a whole fool out of you people, all right, with what's going on, this situation that we're all living through. But it's all ultimately goes back to Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. So judgment and the spirit of wickedness, all right, and the spirit of the counsel of the wicked is coming to nothing. The Lord's doing away with it, man. This is why the wicked are going to have a terrible time in these days to come, man. All right, Israelites haven't repented. Esau, the heathens, you see, because you trust in this place, and the Lord is destroying and getting rid of this place. It's time, party over. Isaiah 19 and 3, and the spirit of Egypt shall fail in the midst thereof, and I will destroy the counsel thereof. Who is the I? Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, who the world ignorantly calls God and Jesus. All right, the two most powerful entities in the universe, all right, that are responsible for what? Creating this earth, creating the people on it. All right, it tells you Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh created the heavens. You see, all the heavens. You see? It says, and I will destroy the counsel thereof. Let's go into this word counsel. And I like to go into words because it gives you more understanding and brings more scriptures to your mind. So let's go to because it's all through the Spirit counsel. So the Lord's going to be destroying the counsel. Let's see if it can open up.
Strong's H 6098. 8
Okay. 8 says counsel, advice, purpose. It says by implication, plan. Also prudence, advice, advisement, counsel or counselor, or purpose. See what this says. It says which anyone gives or receives. So what did Esau receive? It tells you in Job, the 9th chapter, that the Lord gave, the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. The earth, the counsel, all right, will be given into the wicked in these last days. And now, what we're reading in Isaiah 19, the Lord is taking that counsel. He's taking that, he's taking what he gave, or with the earth, which he gave, he's taking it back and he's giving it to Israel. That's why he's destroying the kingdom, all right, from the inside out by destroying the counsel and making it to fail, man. It's not being, the Lord has no more use, all right, and there's no purpose of this place, which is why the Lord is taking away the counsel. So it says, and they shall seek to the idols and to the charmers and to them that have familiar spirits and to the wizards. You see? Because what? You have a lot of, you have the elite doing their witchcraft and their spells and all the enchantments on the left-hand side, while we're serving Yahweh Shemi Ashah on the right-hand side. So it's a battle of the spirit right now, man. You know, and then the Lord's going to bring everything carnally, all right, sooner than later, man. Because the chariots are popping up everywhere now, more and more in Babylon the Great. It tells you in Zechariah that they shall enter into the house of the thief, which is why, see, the Lord is a man of war, so he's very tactical in what he's doing. You see, he has us out there preaching, all right? So through the foolishness of the preaching, we might save who the Lord allows for their mind to be unlocked by this word. And then everybody else is deemed as wicked and is going to be destroyed, man. That's what's taking place. If you don't understand or know about the chariots, that they actually exist and it's scriptural, all right, and that they're the chariots of Israel, and that you know they're coming to save the children of Israel, you're most likely going to be destroyed because you're attached to this world, which is failing. You're attached to Egypt. That's 2/3 of our people. Verse 4, Isaiah 19:4, and the Egyptians will I give over into the hand of a cruel Lord, and a fierce king shall rule over them, saith the Lord of hosts. You see? So the Lord is coming to render judgment to the earth, man. All right, let's go to 2nd Esdras. For what? The wickedness. Let's go to 2nd Esdras because it tells you about it. Let's go to, I think it's 2nd Esdras 15. And you see this, what's happening now, all right, this kingdom that is coming for the Israelites, the elect, this was always written, all right, from the beginning, it was established from the foundation of the earth, as well as the men teaching it. You see? So if, Lord willing, we are those men, all right, this was already written, all right, into this story, into this reality. We just came into it, and the Lord unlocked us to understand, all right, which he didn't do for the wicked, because they're going to have to receive judgment, because they won't come to the light, as John the 3rd chapter says, all right, so that their deeds may be reproved, so that they can be corrected. But the Lord has set that up, and that's orchestrated. All right, this is 2nd Esdras 15. 2nd Esdras 15:5. It says, behold, saith the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world. So the Lord is bringing plagues, the sword, famine, death, and destruction. All right, so you people think it's bad now, it's going to get even worse. You see? It's going to get even worse. We're going into terrible times, all right? You can read about it, Jeremiah the 30th chapter talks about Jacob's trouble, man. You Jakes, or you Israelites, you still called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, all right? And people that look like the other nations, but go back to those three categories, you're going to be in for a terrible case, man. Because you still think you're Mexican, you still think you're black, you still think this is it, when there's other worlds outside of this world we live in, which we don't know about, but Yahweh Shai is going to show the elect. Because that's also written that this is not the only world. There's other, because they always have that talk of, is there other life out there? Of course, but it's only going to be for the elect. That's why Yahweh Shai said, in my Father's house are many mansions, which is talking about these planets out there, man. Different types of planets besides this one, man. This was a proving ground for the elect, man. So, going into these last days, our people that haven't taken heed, man, it's going to be... you're going to be devoured by the plagues, by the four sword judgments, all right, which it talks about briefly here in 2 Ezra 15, and also in Jeremiah, the 15th chapter, man, which Lord willing, I can get, because I'm going to give to you an image or paint a picture of what's to come, because this is not it. People think this is bad. It's going to get even worse, man. It said that these Egyptians, Esau, and our people that want to follow after this place and not get out of the spirit of this place like the Lord told us to, so we can be right in the mind and see with clarity. All right, the four sword judgments are going to take you. You see, you're going to be given into the hand of a cruel Lord, Yahweh Bashem Shai, who is the king of terrors, man. And if you have no understanding of that, you ain't going to make it, man. 2 Ezra 15:5. Behold, saith the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction. That's what's coming, man. For wickedness hath exceedingly polluted the whole earth, and their hurtful works are fulfilled. Therefore, saith the Lord, I will hold my tongue no more as touching their wickedness, which they profanely commit. Neither will I suffer them in those things in which they wickedly exercise themselves. Behold, the innocent and the righteous blood crieth unto me, and the souls of the just complain continually. And the men you see on the highways and byways, we go out there, and what does it sound like we're doing every week? Complaining. The souls of the just will be complaining in these last days, in this time right now, all right, as we go into the latter days, man. And those, how about Shemi Ashar Ratazai, with those men, though hopefully we're going to be the hopeful elect to be received into the chariots, man. And everybody else is going to face judgment. That's what's coming. The Lord is wrapping this up. This is, let's go to Jeremiah 15. This place is finished, man. And the Lord gave us the eye salve. This is Jeremiah 15. Let's see, bear with me 1 second. Jeremiah 15:1. Then said the Lord unto me, though Moses and Samuel stood before me, yet my mind could not be towards this people. Cast them out of my sight and let them go forth. So that's talking about 2/3 of our people, man. They're not going to make it on this side. They're going to be destroyed. See, but they're going to come back in the kingdom because the Lord died for the whole nation of Israel. All right. But the first round of salvation is going to go to the elect, so that the remnant or the rest of Israel that die on this side can come back through that portion of Israel. You see? So the Lord the Lord has gave his life for the elect on this time, but it's ultimately going to prosper and benefit the whole nation, because they're just going to come back in the kingdom as newborn babies, you see, through the elect. Jeremiah 15:2, it says, and it shall come to pass, if they say unto thee, whither shall we go forth? All right, because it's going to become a time where people are not going to have answers, man. And then they're going to try to come, and then our people are going to try to come back and find the prophets, and it's going to be too late. And if you do find us, this is what we are to tell you, because we can't help you anyway, because it's going to be probably too late for you. You see? Unless the Lord, has whatever mercy he has upon you, that's between you, that person, and the Lord, man. Jeremiah 15:2, and it shall come to pass, if they say unto thee, whither shall we go forth? Because these people already have that spirit of what's going on. It's just a matter of time before it gets worse and worse, and then they get into that spirit of actually wanting to know what's going on. That's coming. And it talks about that in Amos, the 8th chapter, as far as the famine of the word. You're not going to be able to find the truth, man. This is why it's pumping out day in and day. And this is why the Lord is pumping it out day in and day out through his servants, starting with the apostles and elders on down, so that you may hear this word and repent or not. All right, which 2/3 of our people aren't going to do. You see? It says, therefore, Jeremiah 15:2, and it shall come to pass if they say unto thee, whither shall we go forward? What are we going to do? What should we do? Where should we go? Then thou shalt tell them, thus saith the Lord, such as are for death to death, and such as are for the sword to the sword, and such as are for the famine to the famine, and such as are for the captivity to the captivity, man. So we're going to tell you we're not going to be able to help you. Whatever judgment you're going to suffer is what you're going to suffer, man. And the Lord has all types of judgments. Like the brothers in Atlanta, the Elder Itazawam said, the Lord's going to get creative with his plagues with you Americans, man. You see? The Lord's going to get everybody back that's been, every single soul that's driving in the car on the highway, every single soul that's on the train, the bus. Everybody has their judgment to pay, man. You see? Verse 3, and I will appoint over them. This is what the Lord's going to appoint over you. To do what? To destroy you. To judge you. And I will appoint over them 4 kinds, saith the Lord. The sword to slay. All right. And the dogs to tear. And the fowls of heaven. And the beasts of the earth to devour and destroy. So it's going to be a lot of dead carcasses out here. A lot of people are going to start dropping dead. Because nothing really happened yet. It's still technically a green tree, man. Even during what's going on now, which I'm not going to speak on. All right, because this video and all our videos, that's where we go into that or say anything about what's going on, which you all know about. Your video gets clipped, man, because this is the truth going out. You see, and the truth is always going to prevail. It tells you that in the scriptures, the truth is forever. Roughly paraphrase it, man. It's Jeremiah 15 and 3 again. It says, and I will appoint over them 4 kinds, saith the Lord, the sword to slay, and the dogs to tear, and the fowls of heaven, and the beasts of the earth to devour and destroy, man. Because what? Many great miseries are going to be orchestrated for all you people that are outside of this truth, man. Let's go to 2nd Ezra, the 8th chapter. And I'm going to end it off here. I don't want to make it too long. Down, started like the 50s. This is 2nd Ezra 8 and 55. And so we're blessed because we're in this truth. You see? People that aren't in this truth, all right, like I just said, people outside of this fold, they're going to be judged by the law. Which is going to be very terrible, man. But we aren't to worry about that because they've been given the chance as well as us, and we mixed it with faith. Theirs was not mixed with faith. So, hopefully we're those elect men, all right, that the Lord sees fit to redeem out of this wicked society and kingdom before he destroys it. 2nd Ezra 8 and 55, and therefore ask thou no more questions concerning the multitude of them that perish. For when they had taken liberty, they despised the Most High, thought scorn of his law, and forsook his ways. Moreover, they have trodden down his righteous, and said in their heart that there is no power, yea, and that knowing they must die. For as the things aforesaid shall receive you, so thirst and pain and are prepared for them. Who is the them? You people of America. Let's see what's prepared. What's prepared for you again? It says, so thirst and pain are prepared for them. For it was not his will that men should come to naught, but they which be created, just like during the time of Genesis, which Lord will I'm going to get the 6th chapter. It's just like that time again. It's too much wickedness on this planet, man. And it's coming out of America. So the Lord is going to come deal with the main source of the problem, America, Babylon the Great. See? Because it even tells you in the scriptures the wine or the philosophies and wickedness, all right, which is known as wine in the scriptures. It says that this place has spread its wine and everybody has drunken of the wine of this place, man. So this is that problem that the Lord has to get rid of, that blot. You see? So the people that live in this country, what's prepared for you? It says, so thirst and pain are prepared for them. For it was not his will that men should come to naught, but they which be created have defiled the name of him that made them, and were unthankful unto him which prepared life for them. You see? Let's talk about 2/3 of our people, man. 2/3 of you so-called Negroes, Latinos, or Native Americans are going to be judged as the problem in the earth, man. The Lord's going to start dealing with you, man. Of course, the Lord's going to deal with these other nations, but he's really talking about you Israelites, man, because you are his chosen nation. And you're not taking heed to the word, so thirst and pain are prepared for you. See? Because you rejected life when you reject the prophets, man. Just as our people rejected Yahushua, which was life and peace. See? 2nd Ezra 8 and 61, and therefore is my judgment now at hand. That's the Most High. That's what time we're living in. It's finally, and it's a spiritual because, I ran into another Jake, when I was going to get some something to drink, and he just randomly came in there and said, people, this is a judgment, this is a plague, people are too wicked and evil, and that spirit is out here, man. You see? People understand, that people that are not even in the truth understand that this is a time of judgment, man, and that this is a plague. He even said this is a plague. And I said, wow, you're right. You see? So this is the Lord's judgment at hand, man, and it's going to get worse. The Lord's just getting started. 2nd Ezra 8 and 61, it says, and therefore is my judgment now at hand. These things have I not showed unto all men, but unto thee, and a few like thee. Then answered I and said, behold, O Lord, now hast thou showed me the multitude of the wonders which thou wilt begin to do in the last times. That's the times we're living in. But at what time thou hast not showed me. So we don't understand. We don't know what time the Lord's going to go forth with the complete judgment and destruction. All right, and the sending of his son Yahushua for the salvation of the elect. But we understand through the tokens, through the signs of the times that we're living, all right, in the time of the Lord's judgment, which means it's at hand. It's on the table. Let's go to Genesis, because it's the same thing that happened during the time of Genesis, before the flood. Let's go to Genesis 6. Let's see if I can get over still. Genesis 6 and 4. Actually, let's start at 5. It says, in the Most High, the powers saw, which is what's happening now, which is why the chariots are being seen. The Elohim are back, viewing another wicked kingdom they're going to be guided to destroy, that they're going to be given orders to destroy under Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. You see? So now, this is the time we're living in. The judgment of the Most High is at hand, just like it was at hand right before the flood during the time of Noah. Let's read Genesis 6 and 5. And the powers saw that the wickedness of man was great in the earth. At the same time, just the same thing I read as it is in the end of the time, in the days, man. All right, which I read in what 2nd Ezra 15. In the last times, the last days, which we're living in, the same thing. This is the same spirit, the same type of things were going on. All right before the flood during the time of Noah. All right. That's why it's similar to the things going on now, because it's basically these are the same spirits back, and this is going to be that fiery judgment this time, man. See? And the power saw that wickedness of man was great in the earth, and that every imagination of the thoughts of his heart was only evil continually. That's these people, man. That's why there's so much wickedness on the earth. You see? It says, and it repented Yahweh that he had made man on earth, and it grieved him at his heart. And Yahweh said, I will destroy man whom I have created. And that's the same mindset the Lord has in these times right now that we're living in. Which is why he said his judgment's at hand. It says, and Yahweh said, I will destroy man whom I have created from the face of the earth, both man and beast, and the creeping thing, and the fowls of the air, for it repenteth me that I have made them. You see? Same sentiment, the Lord's going to bring forth that destruction. That's why it said in 2 Ezra 15, I, the same power, Yahweh, will hold my tongue no more as touching their wickedness, which is, he's talking about these people in this time that we're living in. Which is why he's going to send out all those plagues written of, man. The famine, the sword, death and destruction. All right, many great miseries, like it tells you in the book of 2 Ezra, the 8th chapter and the 50th verse. All right, the dogs to tear. You see, this is all coming for the people of America, Babylon the Great, because this is the Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai's judgment at hand, man. Okay, it's on the table. The books are open before the world. And you have the prophets breaking down everything, man. Prophets are a sign of the Most High's judgment are at hand, man. All right, so Lord willing, us edifying. Call Allah Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone for teaching and ruling on the scriptures. And salutations to you, Akim, across the world, pushing his word in truth and in sincerity with charity. Shalom and Abba Ball.